One thing you will have to do in order to start your internship is to do an internship experience request on Handshake. Now, I know earlier in the semester before we have talked about Handshake as being a tool for you to search for internships. It is also the tool that we use in order to catalog and sort your internships so we know where you are and how to get in touch with you. It's where we keep our legal documents between us and the site, and it is imperative that you do this before you start your hours. So this is the Career Services website, www.coastal.edu/career, and you can scroll down here to Handshake. Now, I also have the link to Handshake on both the 490 and the 495 and the 397 Moodle sites. But you're going to click here in this big blue box, and then it's going to ask for you to log in. And unfortunately, I'm logged in right now as a faculty member. So I'm switching to student account. So this is what it should look like. You use your regular username and password. And then you're going to go to Career Center over here. So you're going to click on Career Center. And then you're going to click either here, you're going to click here on Experiences. And then you can either request an experience here or request an experience here, either way. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to search for exercise and sports science. So if it didn't come up right away, you need to type in the first couple of letters. So you'll type in exercise and sports science internship, and then you're going to select a term. So whatever term you might be doing this year. The employer is the actual business at which you'll be working. So it might be something like Benchmark Physical Therapy. And you put that in. Now, this gives a location in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and clearly most of you will not be going to Chattanooga, Tennessee. So you might want to put in the other address of a closer benchmark, and oops, I think it was Devo Drive. This is the one in Carolina Forest, and I just happen to know the address to this one, but you can work at any benchmark that's around or any other location. And then you're going to put the phone number in, and this is a number I do not know, so I'm making it up, and the employer email address. Now, while this one is important, it's not as important as the one that we'll get to in a minute. So you want to make sure, pretty sure that you're getting the email address pretty close, but this one isn't as imperative as the other one, and I'm not even sure if that's right. Your job is going to be intern, so if you just start typing intern, maybe not. You can actually do this as specific as you want. So you can do strength and conditioning intern, which probably wouldn't be what you do at Benchmark Physical Therapy, but you can do that. And you don't necessarily need it. If it's not starred, you don't necessarily need it, so you don't even really need start and end dates. But if you do put them in, it would be the first day of the semester and the last day of the semester. If you get paid, you can put that in, but again, you don't have to. And an offer accepted, you're just going to put today's date or whatever date that you're putting in the request. And here is the most important thing you're going to have to do. This is the site supervisor. This is the person who's going to be signing your time cards. This is the person who you're going to call or email if you get sick. This is the person who will be at your internship site. So it might be, let me think of somebody who I know who's going to be in here. So if I type in Tyler Redding at coastal.edu, Tyler Redding's name automatically pops in, and you just click enter, just like that. Okay. There. Oops, we're not done yet. So you just keep on moving on. So you just keep pressing tab. Okay. So if I typed in someone whose name was not in there, like their name isn't in there, I'm going to actually have to fill in their name. Okay. So if the person is in there and your email address is right, their name will auto-populate, and then you can just move on because the address and everything will already be in there. You're going to put your student ID in here. You're going to put your email address in here. And then I want to make sure that you're actually reading through all of these things because there's important details about this. It says that if you fail an internship, you're going to fail, or if you get fired from an internship, you're going to fail the class. You're going to be confidential. You're going to not cheat. All of those things are listed in there. If you're paid or unpaid, you're going to put that in here. You're going to decide if you're in a field experience class or the internship, how many credits you're going to be taking, how many hours that coincides with, and then you're going to write down your job description. Now, I'm not as concerned about this because we do something different in the class to do this, but Career Services gets kind of picky if you don't have something pretty decent in here. So go ahead and write something pretty good in here, whatever your job description is. And then 3 learning goals, treat patient, learn about injuries, and observe. Something like that. And then you also have to check that you understand that you're in a class, and that class is going to be on Moodle, it's going to be online, and you have to do your hours. So there's both requirements for this class. And then this right here, you're going to fill this out, that you understand that the employer must have a signed MOU in Career Services. Unfortunately, I cannot change this template because students are in it already. We will not need a signed MOU. We do not need that. The employer will now do that on their own. They do that on the online form. So you do not need to worry about that. Just check the box, but you don't need the form, okay? So just understand, you do not need to do this. It is now no longer part of this. I've tried to edit this template a couple of times, and it just, it won't edit. So just understand that the MOU is already going to be in the approval process. So that is one of the reasons why this email up here needs to be correct, because they will actually get an online MOU to sign, okay? So then you'll request the experience, and you'll click on that, and I will then see it in Handshake. And I will see it in Handshake, and I will approve it, and then an email will be automatically generated to go to your employer. And it will go to me first, and I will press yes, and then it'll go to the next person in line. And then they will, in theory, press yes, and they will also fill out that MOU online. And once they do that, once these 2 people are approved, you are good to start. The CCU internship director sometimes takes a little bit more time to approve it, but once I approve it and your site supervisor approves it, you are good to start. Anytime you want to know if you've been approved or where you are in the cycle, you can come back to Career Center and you can press experiences, and they will both, your new experience will be on there, okay? So you'll be able to see where you are in the experience, how many people have approved it. And once you see approved and approved here, you're good to go. This one can say pending for a little bit. But after you finish that, look at that, I just got the email that I was requesting an internship. So after you do this part right here, you can either email me, or I will be looking daily to see who has requested an internship, and I'll start approving it. And after a couple of days, check again and see if your supervisor has approved it. If they have not approved it, you need to come back in and make sure this email address is correct. And if it's not correct, you need to let me know so I can edit it. If it is correct, you need to let me know so I can send them a different way to approve the internship. It's a little bit more lengthy. If you will get an email that tells you that you requested this, and this is all your stuff right here. So if you have any questions about filling out this forms, please let me know. I know this video was a little bit long, but hopefully it took you directly through the process. Hope you have a great time at your internship site, and you'll be starting soon. Have a great day.